Do you enjoy a fun, inexpensive day? Then this video is for you. Carytown has a variety of shops that can please everybody and their pockets. Today we will take you on a tour of Carytown, exploring Galaxy Diner, Plan 9 Record Shop, World of Mirth, and Sweet Frog. For either a quick bite or a nice sit-down meal, this retro diner is out of this world. Galaxy Diner has options for many people, from meat lovers to vegans to people who prefer gluten-free. Anyone can eat here. Music lovers, this one is for you. From CDs to vinyls, Plan 9's got it all.
We try to carry a wide variety of music. Our customers like rock music, soul music, jazz music, reggae music, blues music, soundtrack music, international music, rap and hip-hop, part of soul music, and a fair number of other stuff too, electronica and EDM, electronic dance music, that is to say. And some other things too. It's a long list. I would love for younger students who are age 14 to 18, if they're at all interested, to come and check out our store. And if they have questions for us while they're in the store, I would love for them to ask questions. And if they want to listen to something in particular, I'd be more than happy to let them play it for their own on the headphones here. And many other questions too that they would have. But yeah, I want to say that I really want to stress that students that might have any curiosity about coming to Carytown and seeing all the other shops here and talking to us employees just about what they like in music.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Well, not ice cream, Sweet Frog. It's frozen yogurt for a fun and affordable price. From fruit to candy to things you never thought would be considered a topping, Sweet Frog has it all. From gifts to necessities to just a fun place to goof around in, World of Mirth hits every aspect in the category of fun.
At World of Mirth, we have things that are pretty much for everybody. I know we often get a rep as a kid's store. We are not just a kid's store, we are a toy store. That is the difference. We have stuff for kids who are babies, all the way up through until when you're an adult. We have home goodsy kind of stuff, candles, bath bombs, as well as like your regular toys, games, and your irregular toys and games. Anything that you don't think you can find, you can probably find here. Generally stuff that's like, if you're looking for something high-end, it's going to be a little pricier, but if you're just looking for something like fun for a car ride, or like we're going to dinner and we need to keep some little hands busy, they can range anywhere from like super cheap to really expensive. Depends on what you're looking for. We're just a really, really cool place. I wish more people, even people from around here, would know where we are, who we are, and what we kind of do.
We're at Pie 5 Pizza in Willalon, where handcrafted pizzas are made in under 5 minutes. How did this restaurant get its name?
So Pie 5 was created because the whole experience, the whole pizza experience, should be in 5 minutes or less. From the moment you walk in the door to the moment you get a pizza in your hand, 5 minutes.
What do you think attracts the customers the most?
I hope that it is they can create their own personal pizza their way without compromise. You can customize it just the way you want. You don't have to worry about another family member, another friend saying, I don't like pepperoni or I don't like this. You do it just your way.
What is the most popular item that everyone tends to order?
That is a hard question because it's so diverse. You know, a lot of people like the cauliflower crust because of the health benefits, and a lot of people like you come in and get the meat lovers the high five. It really depends on what group and what they're looking for.
What do you suggest customers get for their first time eating here?
The first time I ever got one, I remember getting a classic pan, marinara, cheese, pepperoni, and I thought it was delicious. I went simple, and then I built from there pretty much every time. So whatever you fancy, go for it.
How do you think the restaurant has grown since it's been open?
In terms of a brand, I believe Pie 5 has developed a loyal fan base. Families have come in, realized that they can get affordable pizza for their whole family, and everybody leaves happy.
What is one thing you find that y'all as a restaurant can improve on to make it better for customers?
Always customer service. Hospitality is one of the most important things, and there are opportunities every day to brighten somebody's day, and it's always, you know, teaching somebody from their first job all the way to general managers how to provide that top-notch hospitality is really important and can also be challenging and fun.
Would you say this is a popular hangout spot?
I believe it's growing every week. Friday nights, you can't find a seat. From 5 to 8:30, 9:30, it's standing room only. You know, Monday nights or Tuesday nights or even Wednesday nights like this, you still see a lot of room. So, you know, I'm hoping every night it continues to grow as more people find us.
What is the background of this restaurant?
So Pie 5 is a concept out of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. It's a concept that Jeff and I researched. We found this concept because we think it's the next big thing. Fast casual pizza is exciting for us. So we went out, we found the brand that we wanted to do, and then we started looking for the real estate. Found the location. We've always loved the Willow Lawn area. They actually added this spot on to an existing building for us. Everything went from there. We picked the contractors, picked everything, built the store, hired the team, opened up, and have been selling pizzas for 2 years.
Here's Michaela with a good place to find great music.
Today, some prefer to stream their music, while others prefer the touch of an actual vinyl. Today we're here at Deep Groove Record Store to dive into the world of vinyl and learn more about the store itself and also learn about the owner. For people who've never been to Deep Groove, how would you describe your store?
Well, it's just a little old record store. Sort of the feel we try and get here is if you were walking into a store in like 1978, 1979, when record stores were all over the place. But that's sort of the feel and the vibe that we like to create here. Just a good old record store.
When did you open Deep Groove?
I worked at Plan 9 part-time, almost like a hobby. I ran a record store in college, and it sort of gets in your blood. That company went bankrupt, so I went full-time with Plan 9. I worked my way to manager and then general manager, but Plan 9 had 9 stores at one time, and they were closing stores. And I had to close 4 the year I was general manager. They were down to 4. I knew 2 of them weren't going to make it. I'm like, he's not going to need a general manager for 2 stores, and people's salaries were getting cut. So my girlfriend at the time owned a vintage clothing store. And one night at dinner, I think she was tired of hearing me complain. So she said, why don't you open up your own store? I'm not a businessman. I'm not an entrepreneur. I would have never thought of doing that on my own. So that's basically why. I said, well, maybe I could do that. And so I started planning. And yeah, here we are.
What made you choose this location for your business?
Well, that in the planning process, that was a big part of it, is trying to find the right place. And I had, looked around, just kept my eyes open. My landlord's office is next door to the store. He came down to Halcyon Vintage Clothing, which was the store that my girlfriend owned at the time, and said, listen, I've got a space opening up next to the office if you know anybody. So, she came home, told me about it, told me about the landlord, took me to the basement here, which is a great space. And it was like, perfect, great location, and it's been a perfect spot.
What is your favorite part about owning Deep Groove?
I love it. I love being around music. I love talking to people about music. I get to listen to music 8 hours a day in here. I'm touching, dealing with records 8 hours a day, and I absolutely love doing this.
Which genre of music do you like the most?
I get asked that quite a bit. No specific genre. I just like good music.
What are some of the genres you sell here at Deep Groove?
Well, classic rock is the main genre. I mean, that's just, people just want the same records that I grew up listening to.
Where did the name Deep Groove come from?
Deep Groove is back in the mid-50s into the mid-60s. The pressing plants at that time, the way they pressed the record, it made a deep groove in the label. A lot of people think that it's in the actual grooves of the record, and those grooves are deeper than in a normal record, which is not the case. It's just that groove in the center of the record. They called that a deep groove record. Deep groove records, especially jazz records from that era, are highly sought after because they've just got a special warm sound to them.
Do you prefer the sound of a vinyl or do you prefer streaming music?
Never streamed a song in my life.
Why do you think younger generations listen to vinyl?
A lot of those records I hear people getting just for the cover. They would never listen to the record, or it's something that, you know, it's probably not very good musically, but it's got a cool cover. And you get a lot of people that go through those just to pick records to put up in their rooms. I would like to add, we're always looking to buy records, used records. If any of you youngins have got family members, parents, grandparents that have a record collection that they're not listening to, have them call me and we'll talk about it. But I'm always looking to buy records.
I love this particular shop, partly because I bring my dog, which you're going to hear if you don't see him, and he's a favorite of the shop owner as well as the other employees here. And but also it's been really wonderful. I was a little late to starting a vinyl collection, so it's been really great to have a neighborhood shop that takes such care of curating and cleaning the records and the vinyl that they have, and it makes it's a good scale for finding good things for your collection.
Thanks, Michaela. Now I'm going to take you somewhere soon. I'm standing at Gelati Celesti, where people are free to express themselves while enjoying delicious ice cream.
So in 1984, it was a father and son business. They made all the ice cream in one store. When it changed hands to our current owners, they envisioned a much larger empire. We've been expanding about a store a year the last few years, and next year will be Virginia Beach. We started looking at Scott's Addition in 2015. We wanted to come down this direction because so many of our customers were driving from here. We wanted to bring the ice cream to them.
My partner and I always see it as kind of an after-day treat. So we kind of like the aspect of walking around a neighborhood that's local, like Scott's Addition, and then being able to get like a small cone or a little cup of ice cream as a treat to maybe a hectic week or something like that. So it's really just the accessibility, and I think, of course, everybody knows Gelati Celesti's flavors are where it's at. So if we had to pick a place to like walk to, then this is the place.
The way that we make our ice cream, we extract the air from it. So it has so much more flavor, so much more bang for your buck. You're tasting the difference. And the atmosphere in here. We like to treat it like it's our home. People come in and visit us. They're not just coming in to buy a product.
There's just more variety of flavors and they're more unique. It seems more creative. And I feel like they really hit it spot on too. But then I would also say the people.
We look for people that we would want to be friends with. You know, people that can talk to you, have a good conversation, make you laugh, see if they smile, have eye contact. Yeah, you can form a connection with. We train them how to scoop first. We scoop backwards from how people typically scoop. That way we use the muscles in our arms instead of our wrists. Nobody wants carpal tunnel from scooping ice cream. After that, it's constant measurements, get your portions right. And after that, it's communicating. It's crazy busy throughout the summer. The fall slows down, the winter slows down even further. We're still busy enough to maintain the same hours year round, but we staff about half the amount of people here.
Gelati Celesti, every time I've come, has been extremely accommodating. They ask if they want me to have them use a different bucket of ice cream, and I've had other places in Richmond be like, oh, we don't have allergy scoops. And I'm like, well, technically you just have to wash the scoop. But I always like traditional flavors, like chocolate is when I think of ice cream. I crave chocolate. But when I come here, everything is so different that I am encouraged to experiment a little bit.
Yeah, so after the ice cream's already made, people can select a pie or cake. We stack the ice cream flavors based on density. So your heaviest ones are on the bottom, your lightest ones are on top. That way you don't have to worry about your cake mushrooming out and looking all crazy when it gets home.
Yeah, this proper pie and a couple other restaurants around town, if they have like more free time, are definitely top spots for visiting Richmond. Because it's like such a 5-minute, even if you're just visiting for the day and not spending the night, I feel like you can make time to stop by an ice cream shop.
Now here is Shaden with some popping vintage clothing.
We are here at Rimmer's Boutique, a vintage clothing store located in the VCU district. Let's go check it out. What separates you from other stores who sell vintage clothing?
I would say definitely like our price range and also our variety. We include tons of different styles. We also offer our items on Instagram.
What are some of the trends that your store holds?
Trends? We got maxi dresses, prints, plaids, high-waisted jeans, plus size clothing, men and women, shoes, tons of accessories, fur coats, animal prints.
What's an average day at Rumors like?
Average day is just busy, like constant flow of people coming in and out.
I hear Rumors has a policy that allows for customers to trade and sell. Can you go into detail about that?
Things they don't like anymore, didn't fit them right, they'll sell it, and then either they'll get store credit where they can find something else that they want, trade it basically, or we'll just give them cash on the spot. We want like items to be in good condition for our customers once they see it in store, because once we tag them, they go to the back to be hung and then they're coming right out onto the floor. So we have new items out every day.
How are clothes selected?
There will usually be 2 buying employees at the front, and we just look through each person's bag. If it's like good condition, if it's cool vintage, or if it's something new, current styles, we'll buy it.
What clothing brands do you usually keep your eye out for?
We definitely keep an eye out for Urban Outfitters, Zara, Free People, Forever 21, H&M, Topshop.
Name brand clothing at affordable prices. Just think, this is only $8. What would you want to say to someone who's never shopped at Rumors before?
I would say get in here. See for yourself, or look at our Instagram first if you have to. Definitely something for everybody.
Thanks, I'm Shaden Boysaw.